Hello there, Libra. It is so good to see you again. I'm Mary Sue, and I'm so grateful that you're here. Today we are doing your weekly tarot reading. This is good for the week of August 22nd through the 28th. So we'll take a look at the overall energies with the oracle cards, and then we'll move to the tarot for more details. And if you're enjoying the content that I create, I'd really appreciate it if you would consider commenting, or subscribing. I really do appreciate all of your support. Okay, so let's jump into your animal spirit oracle, seahorse spirit, watch and wait. Okay, interesting, because I'm not sure, you may have had this card last week. You know, watch and wait is about not taking too much action at this time. You know, sometimes we get that card when the divine is trying to, you know, bring things into balance around us and bring things onto our path that we may need. And so it's just kind of not taking a lot of action at this time. The seahorse is so interesting. You know, if you've ever been able to watch a video of them or see them in an aquarium, they just sit like that in the water. And they swim a little bit, but they're not what I would call fast swimmers, and they kind of swim you know, up and down. They don't necessarily swim like a fish does, right? And I feel as if I think it's interesting. I think you may feel like you're kind of moving along like that, kind of going up and down, almost like bobbing in the water, you know? And you may be frustrated because I feel like you want to go like that, but you're going like this. And there's a purpose to that. And that's what we have to keep in mind. There is a reason that you are kind of bobbing in the water. So we're going to, oh, interesting. Okay. And we have why on the bottom. Okay, why is really about you going within and asking yourself, like, you know, it's also about the chakra records, understanding the soul's purpose in a certain situation. So you could be going in that bobbing motion, because there could be a little bit, it's interesting, they're saying 5D, 3D, 5D, 3D, almost kind of like bobbing in between 5D and 3D, trying to find the balance between the two of them in a certain situation or relationship. Yeah, so let's see what we got here. Wow, 4 swords on the bottom, doing some healing, and I feel like that's part of why you're bobbing. There's an energy of I feel like, okay, this is what I'm kind of getting is that, you know, that 5D, 3D, 5D, that's hard to say. Try it, Libra. 5D, 3D, 5D, 3D is because you're trying to heal something, your heart, a certain situation or a relationship, but I think it's really internal. You're trying to heal something internal. So, you know, it's a little bit about, you know, trying to figure out spiritually why something is on your path, a certain situation is on your path. You know, going to the 5D, you could be doing that in the dream world, or, you know, you're just meditating, something like that, and then coming down and trying to apply it in the 3D, and then going to the 5D, getting some more information. I think you're kind of bobbing, okay, in that way, you know, just trying to balance, trying to take the, you know, because when we ask why, we already know the answers within. I feel like you can only take a little bit of information though at a time, and then you're coming down, applying it, getting a little bit more and applying, you know, more information, applying. And I feel as if, I want to say, you have the sun underneath. It's bringing you a lot of healing and a lot of joy. You may not see that at this time. You may be frustrated because of you're not making a lot of progress, but you're making more progress than you understand, okay? Because you're making a lot of spiritual progress, as well as, you know, 3D progress, but neither one may seem like you're progressing very quickly, but you actually are making progress. Yeah, really interesting, because we have in your present energy loyal heart and magician, trying to have something coming into, trying to manifest something in a relationship. The loyal heart, it could be, actually you being loyal to yourself. It could be a romantic partner. It could be a family, a friend situation, a work situation. It really doesn't matter. It's about, there's a connection here that there's some healing that is trying to take place. And you may be, you may be actively trying to heal this situation for some reason and feeling frustrated because you think it's not moving in like a linear fashion. But there's a lot of healing. I feel like for some of you, if this is, kind of like a really deep soulmate connection, maybe even twin flame, I think you're doing a lot of healing in the dream world. Like at night, you may be doing a lot of healing, visiting each other, having conversations, trying to work things out, and then coming back down to the 3D, during the waking time, and trying to apply that in your life. And seeing how that works, and then, trying to meet up again in the 5D. Really interesting energy here. Okay. Yeah. Oh, yeah. This is, oh my gosh. Yeah. This is really interesting. Page of Pentacles. I feel like somebody's coming in with an offer. Pages are about messages of an offer. Wow. Fool, and then the 10 of Pentacles. Okay. I just want to say, I really feel like there is something here that is going to have a fresh start. And once again, I think it's really based on a relationship, but it does not have to be romantic. It's and it could be your relationship with yourself even. So keep that in mind, because I always tend to try not to go straight to the romantic. We have relationships in all sectors of our life. This could be a friend. It could be a loyal friend. It could be your pet. It's something, a situation that there's some healing here, but the healing is not just in the situation. I feel like the healing is also within yourself and also within this person. But yeah, there's definite lovely energy underneath here of trying to get a fresh start in this situation, and then having it go the distance, right? With the 10 of Pentacles. Yeah. Look at this. That's the underneath. So that is what's going on. I always think of that as kind of what's going on subconsciously or in the 5D. And then in the 3D, this is what we're going to be seeing, right? Is the Ace of Wands, 2 of Cups, and then the Hanged Man, not in reverse, which means action is being taken on this. We have 2 action cards. Somebody has seen a different perspective. They're not looking for the different perspective anymore. They've seen it. They've seen the different perspective. I feel like, you have been trying to manifest this. The Magician is someone that has all of the tools to make something come into play. And this is just lovely energy. And I honestly, I don't think this is somebody that you are separated from, that it ended. We do have the 10 of Swords. I feel like it may have ended, but I think intuitively you knew it wasn't really over, if that makes sense, right? It's kind of like you knew either it was going to come back around in this lifetime or come back around in your another lifetime, down the line. Because there's so much, this is an energy of really knowing that this connection is more than just the 3D. I think that's why that 5D situation is coming in here. Okay, so your obstacle, this is for this week, okay? Your area of resistance. I feel like for some of you, and we'll see what the comments say, right? This is over. It was devastating. I'm not going back. But there is a little bit of this energy of the flexible. There are times, whether you realize it or not, you are trying to fix it. And this is so interesting because I feel like you may be in the 3D saying no way, and then in the 5D, I really feel like you're meeting up with this person if you're resonating with this at all. And in the 5D, things work out really nicely, right? And so what you may not realize is that what happened in the 3D was very devastating, right? But there's a lot of healing going on in the 5D. I feel like your area of resistance is that you haven't wanted to be flexible in this situation. Now I feel like because of all of the time and energy that's been put into this situation in the 5D, you're going to start feeling a little bit different. Maybe starting to understand, okay, there is a soul's purpose to this relationship, and maybe this relationship possibly does have some joy and happiness and love still in it. Really interesting. And once again, it does not have to be romantic, you know. It really does not. Okay, so let's see what, oh my goodness. Yeah. The devil energy on the bottom, Capricorn energy with the 10 of Pentacles. Yeah, somebody is somebody, you know, the attachment here is to having something last a long time. Somebody in the situation wanted this to last a long time, and I feel like somebody is like, okay, but we have to start over. There, it has to be different. I think that's what it's almost like you're negotiating in the 5D. It's kind of like, I don't know. I don't think I've ever had a reading like this before. I really can see you in the 5D. It's kind of like, you know, you're sitting there and you're having conversations about, okay, no, wait a minute. It's almost as if you have the soul contract with each other and you're kind of like, well, let's try to work this out. You know, it's kind of like, let's not carry this on into the next lifetime. Can we work this out here? Because I feel like there's this almost this going back and forth, you know, and yet you have this, the 10 of Cups, this person, there is a lot of love in this situation, and the Star. There's this energy of trying to, you know, is it my 10 of Swords or is it my 10 of Cups? In the 5D, it's your 10 of Cups. In the 3D, I think you feel like it's your 10 of Swords. Really interesting. I would really like to hear in the comments how this might be resonating with you. And I really feel like a lot of you are going to be like, no way, no way. Yeah. Really, yeah. Okay, so let's see. Okay, so your advice, we have Not For You and the Empress. Okay, now this is to me two different energies. Okay, Not For You is kind of like, yeah, no way. And then the Empress energy is a rebirthing, right? And this is a little bit of your energy too, but it's kind of like, okay, the Empress is, you know, pregnant there, motherly energy, nurturing energy, trying to build something, rebuild something. The Empress is very good at building new, but she's also very good at nurturing the old back into life. To me, it's a Phoenix Rising card. So what I'm actually going to do, because I almost feel like this is completely two different energies, I'm going to clarify both of these, because I feel it could be one of you, you know, is saying Not For You, and then the other one is kind of like, wait a minute, coming in with, you know, this offer of, can we, you know, start this again? Really, and then we're going to look at both of these. Really interesting. 3 of Pentacles. I think you're really trying to work it out. I think your spirit guides and angels are really working with you. There is something really important in this connection that is more important than what you may realize in the 3D. The not for you, okay? That is clarified with the 9 of Cups, the 10 of Wands, and the Moon card. I feel like this is an energy of yes, this is my wish come true, and yet at the same time being fearful of dropping down the burdens of this situation. It's almost as if, well, if I allow this person back in, then what happens, right? Then what is it going to be? Am I going to be going back to carrying all of these wands around with me? Is it possible? I feel like, you know, if you're resonating with the not for you, it's almost as if, is it possible, right? Is it even possible to drop the burdens, to drop the past? I feel like if it's not for you, it's almost like when you're in the 5D, it's kind of like, let's just leave it to the next lifetime. You know, there's a lot of burdens that go along with this relationship. I think one of you wants to kind of like say, no, let's just wait. And then the person that is represented by the Empress wanting to kind of like, you know, rebuild this, to reignite this energy. Okay, understands that there is a lot of conflict. There could be even a lot of drama or gossip that would go around this relationship coming back. There could be a lot of outside conflict that would kind of try to not allow this to come in. But I think it's interesting. We also have the Knight of Cups and the King of Pentacles. Understanding that this is a connection with the King of Pentacles. That's the energy of, you know, the good spouse. You know, the King and Queen of Pentacles are the spouses that are meant for each other. Very grounded, very reliable, very nurturing of each other, nurturing of their home. That all this connection needs is to put, you know, look at the Knight of Cups here, put their back to what has happened in the past. I feel for some of you, the Empress, whoever is, you know, kind of represented by the Empress here, could be a little bit seeing the bigger picture of the whole thing. Could be somebody that is more willing to kind of forgive and forget and move on. And the other person, I think, is a little bit kind of concerned about what the future would look like. Really, really interesting. And I think, Libra, you could, you know, once you could be either one of these energies, you know, when especially if you're resonating with this, you could be either one of those energies. I think for some of you, you have a little bit of both of these energies kind of going back and forth. Like, I don't know, what should I do? Okay, so let's see what your Cosmic Journey card says here. I am going to, yeah, the Sun card. I do want to point out, you know, this is a situation I feel like if it's highly toxic, you know, or abusive, it's not something that you probably want to, you know, I always hold back a little bit with these kind of readings. This is not meant for every single, you know, relationship, right? Because if it's really abusive or the person that you're dealing with it has been extremely abusive in the past, that is not something that, you know, you probably want to reconnect with. But you have free will, right? And I feel like this is something that there is still a lot of healing being taken place in this connection, even if it's not in the 3D. Your words create worlds. Really interesting, because Gemini had the same thing. It's the energy of understanding that what you are saying, either to other people or to yourself, is creating the world that you are actually having in reality. And, for some of you, going back and forth between not for you and yes, I would like to, try to rebirth this connection. It's all about your words. It's about that could be why there's two separate cards here too, is that if you're saying no, this connection is not for me, then that is exactly what you are going to experience. But if you're saying there is hope for this connection, I believe that there is hope that this could be reunited, then that is what you are going to experience. Really interesting that that card has come up twice, because I feel like we just, Mars moved into Gemini over the weekend on Saturday, and I'm going to put those readings up this week, but it's with us for the next 7 months. And, that Mars and Gemini energy is very much about we get to create the world that we have in front of us, and that begins with the thoughts that we have, the words that we say to ourselves. So I think it's really interesting because it really does point out that you have free will. It's all about the words you use. Okay, I'm going to leave it there, Libra. I really would love to hear how this may resonate with you. I also do personal readings if you're interested. The link is in the description box below. And I really do appreciate all your support through likes, comments, and subscribing. And I hope you have a wonderful week, and I hope to see you again really soon. Bye for now.